Hi everyone, I'm back with just a little bit of an update on the new Beatles song that Paul McCartney was alluding to that was going to come out later this year, okay, as far as we know. Um, First of all, we're pretty sure right now, although the title hasn't been exactly given, that it's going to be the song Now and Then, the third song that was worked on during the Anthology project in 1994 and 1995, but ultimately abandoned. And of course, Now and Then is a demo song that John did in 1978 or so, I think. And they were going to use his vocal for this third song. And the three surviving Beatles at the time decided they didn't really like the way it was coming out, and George Harrison in particular. There are a lot of rumors out there. There are a lot of guesses out there as to what exactly George said. Based on what we're hearing, supposedly he called it rubbish, but we think he's referring to a kind of buzz sound that was going on through the track, and that John's voice wasn't so good in it. For the record, I do not really care much for the song Now and Then. I don't think it's very catchy. I don't think it's the stuff of a commercial single. But we don't know what is going to be done with this yet. We don't know exactly what the Paul and Ringo and whoever's producing it are going to be rendering from this. We don't really know. We haven't heard the final project, and I, for one, am cautious about it, given my opinion. Although I don't really care for the track itself, the demo itself, it's not much really to me. Um, I'm going to reserve, obviously, judgment until I hear the final product. I mean, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, why that song? There's so many other songs they could try to do. Why that demo? Why that John song?" Well, let's see first. Let's hear it. I kind of agree with this. This video, by the way, is kind of inspired, shall we say, by my friend Beatley Tone, who has a channel called Beatley Tone's Beatles channel, and he did a really good video on this. Please check that out. And he brought some things to light, some of which I'd already known, but some stuff that I didn't know. And I just kind of wanted to bounce off that to give an update on my channel for those people who are watching my channel here. Look, people are either excited about this, or some people are getting upset already and thinking, oh no, they're going to go in there and they're going to use this horrible AI nonsense that they're doing currently in social media to try to take John's voice and fake John's voice and all this. That is not what's happening. Yes, we've all been seeing that on the internet lately. Fans, anybody can just take AI, and they're kind of like just making bogus songs, such as Paul McCartney allegedly, singing a version of the Beach Boys song "God Only Knows," or the Beatles themselves as a group um, performing certain songs that the Beatles really didn't perform, but they kind of take the sound of their voices and mesh them in there. Well, I think there's confusion here because Paul McCartney himself, when he kind of let this slip in an interview recently about this last Beatle record through AI, I think maybe he shouldn't have used the term AI because people are getting the wrong idea. He did mention Peter Jackson and what Peter Jackson had done to make the Get Back film project so wonderful. But that's really a system that was referred to as MAL, M-A-L, by Jackson himself. And what it really does is doesn't create fake vocals or anything. It just takes existing stuff and is able to eliminate things you don't want, background sounds, or in the case of Now and Then from 94 and 95, when the surviving Beatles worked on it, they weren't happy, particularly George Harrison, with a buzzing sound that went through it and the quality of John's vocal and stuff like that. Um, so what he's able to do is, in this case, they can just eliminate the buzz now, better now, right now where we are in time in, say, 2023, than they were in 1994 or 5, So you can take things and have them up front, or you can have things eliminated totally. If you just want to have a conversation, but you hear something in the back, like maybe they have, I don't know, construction workers working outside, or somebody playing guitar too loud in the background, you can tell this thing, lose the construction worker sound, lose this guitar or instrument here or there, just concentrate on the voice, and it'll highlight that, and it'll just get rid of everything else. So that's not quite maybe it is a form of AI. I'm no technician here, but it's not AI in the sense that a lot of people are fearing. Don't fear that you're going to get a phony John Lennon vocal, because I'm very happy to share with you. And for those who don't already know, it's common knowledge, and of course, Beatly Tone mentioned this too. How Sean Lennon has made it official. He was commenting on Twitter to people that this is John Lennon's actual voice. It is him from the demo tape that he made in 1978 or so of the Now and Then song. And it's just really taking his voice and enhancing it and losing everything else. You know, some people think it's going to be a fake John voice. It's not a fake John voice. It's John from the original tape. He really pretty much made that official. And based on everything he said, we're pretty sure now that the song that's going to be coming out is going to be the Now and Then song, because that has not been officially announced. It has not been officially named, the title, but it's pretty obvious from, you know, reading between the lines here and the cracks that it is Now and Then. It should be. All right. And Sean also verified, for those who don't know, that George Harrison is on this. He's going to be on this. All four Beatles will be on this. So it obviously had some of George's playing on it somewhere, or something to do with George, because Sean verified that this is gonna feature all four Beatles. Now, the last thing I'll say here in this video is that I'm reserving your opinion until, you know, it's the finished product is out. While I don't like the song and all the demos and reworkings and projects I've heard people trying to construct this thing, I'm going to wait to hear it at the end. I mean, I don't know what they're going to add to it, take out of it, you know, speed up, slow down, whatever they're going to do to it. Let's hear what the finished version is first before making a real judgment on the quality of it, you know. And I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you if I loved it or hated it, as I always do. You know, I'm not a sycophant, you know. I say it like it is. And I give praise where I feel it, and I give criticism where I feel it. I've always been solid like that, so you can count on that when it comes out. But yeah, that's just a little update I wanted to share with you. Thanks a lot for watching, and we've got some ways to go before we get to hear this finished product. Let's hope it's a good one. Let's hope they made a nice Beatles song out of it. Cheers.